Hi everybody, this is Meg with Mama Bear Yoga, and today we are going to do a short little sequence together that will be mostly standing poses. You can see today I am recording in my living room because even if you don't have the perfect practice space, even if your husband is eating dinner or your partner and he's got the TV going, you can still take some time for you to do some yoga, to bring some peace and serenity, even as you sweat a little bit. Let's come to mountain pose. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel your feet in the earth as you bend your knees and reach out your arms up and overhead. Bend over towards the left and bend over towards the right. Look back up towards the sky and bring your hands back down. Bend your knees, reach your arms up and overhead, and float your arms down. This time, maybe you rise up on your toes. Maybe you have to walk a little bit to keep your balance as you reach your arms up and overhead. Maybe you just trace your hands with your eyes as they go up. Arms come up and overhead, and this time go ahead and come to a forward fold. Bend your right knee and reach your left arm up and towards the sky, stretching out your low back and hips and also getting a nice little stretch. If you fall off balance, it's all good. Everyone does. At one point or another, left knee bends, right arm comes up and towards the sky. Slide your hands to the tops of your thighs and then release. And come forward into a plank, or maybe you decide that you would like to be in a half plank today. Either option will be good. For me, I'm in full plank, and then sink your hips up and back and come into a downward facing dog. Bend one knee, bend the other knee, stretching it out, letting your body adjust to the movement. Lift your right leg up and towards the sky, bend that right knee, and bring it up and in, crossing it over towards your left elbow. Swing that leg up towards the sky, once again crossing it over to your left elbow. Leg comes back up, this time taking it to your right elbow. And this time when you bring it back to your right elbow, go ahead and plant it outside of that right hand. Plant your left hand on the earth and reach your right hand up. Then thread the needle, bringing it under the bridge of your left arm. Once again, right hand goes up, and then you bend, threading the needle. Right hand goes up, and then bend. Coming back to a low lunge. You can hear Bear in the background. Step your back foot up about halfway and come into a pyramid pose. You can keep a bend in your front leg if that feels good today. See if you can keep that back leg straight. And then we'll move into a standing split from here. So lifting your left leg up behind you, and maybe you keep both hands on the ground, or maybe you take one hand and wrap it around your calf, drawing your torso towards your shin. And from here, let's see if we can open out and do just a little bit of half moon. So my right hand is coming to the earth. Half moon is a hard pose for me, so I may or may not get there today, but it's always good to try. And then see if you can lift your left arm up, even for a breath. Awesome work. Come on back to a low lunge, and then to plank. Everyone lower down and do a cobra, and then push back up to plank. You might also choose to do a half plank, and then sink back to downward dog. Lift your right leg up and towards the sky. Go ahead and bend it. Then bring that leg through so that it is touching your right elbow. Left leg to the sky. Comes through to your nose this time. And then left leg to left elbow. This time, when you swing it up, plant it on the outside of that left hand. You can hear my other dog in the background. Reach your right hand up towards the sky, a big, nice open twist here. And then thread the needle, taking your left arm and threading it under the bridge of your right. Getting some twists in, along with a nice stretch for our hips and the low body today. Come back to that low lunge. Step your foot up about halfway for pyramid pose. You can keep your front knee bent a little bit. Soften your neck. Soften your shoulders in this pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Then we'll transition to standing splits, floating the right leg up behind you. Maybe you keep both hands on the earth, or maybe you wrap one hand around your calf, or both hands. This is a great core workout in addition to strengthening your legs. From here, I'll attempt half moon on the other side, so I'm planting my left hand on the earth and doing my best to start lifting my right hand up and towards the sky. Maybe I'll get it today, maybe I won't, but the important thing is I'm trying. And I fall, but you can always hop back in. That's the best part about yoga. If you fall down, it's not going anywhere. Just try again. All right, go ahead and lower back down to a low lunge. Come back to a plank or a half plank. You might lower all the way to cobra and then push back up to a plank. Or maybe you rock forward, lower halfway in chaturanga, and then come up in upward facing dog, sending your hips down, up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Rock forward on your toes and hop up towards the top of your mat. Bend your right knee and lift your left leg up towards the sky. Now bend your left knee, reaching that right arm up. These twists are some of my favorites. I always have tight hips and they feel really yummy. Slowly rise back up to mountain pose, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. And we are going to come to a superhero pose. Take your feet wide, reach your arms up and overhead, interlace your hands behind your back, and nice and slow, start to fold forward. Maybe you pause halfway down. Sorry, Bear heard something outside, so of course he has to comment on it. As you're bending, then you can rise back up. Bear. And then slowly taking it down in a forward fold. Rising back up. This is great work for your hips, for your deep abdominal muscles, for your back. Folding and then slowly rising back up. Bringing it down, keeping those arms reaching behind you, and now you can release them. Planting your hands on the earth. Forward folds, whether they are wide-legged or not, are great for calming our nerves. I'll do a little twist while we're in this wide-legged forward fold, planting one hand and then reaching the other one up towards the sky. Rotating it back and forth here. Now start to walk your feet together and sink your weight down in a nice yogic squat, pressing your elbows into your knees. Thank you for being here with Mama Bear Yoga. Namaste. And I can see in the background of the video, Prim decided to make an appearance right at the end. She's very camera shy, but she's very proud of you and all of the work you have done today to take care of you. Namaste.